So let's go ahead and create a job which will simulate, for example, a database backup. So in here, I'm going to press Control C and let's go back to VS Code. And in here, what we're going to do is the following. So let's basically get rid of everything in here. And I'm going to type job. And you can see that we have the auto completion there. So job, and this is our job. So here I'm going to say db dash and then backup and then job. Now you can see the kind in here. So the kind is job, and then the API version is batch/v1. And remember in here, so if I type kubectl API dash resources, and in here, have a look. So we have cron jobs and we have jobs. So this is what we've just created, right? So batch/v1, and then the kind is job. So let me go back, and in here you see that it gives us a couple of things, but it's very similar to deployment where we have the spec, and then we have so it actually gave us this TTL seconds after finished, and this is the time that it takes to actually terminate the job upon completion. So this is under 100 seconds. So let's just change this to 20 seconds and I'll show you how this works in a second. And then we have template, spec, and containers. So here we can have a list of one or more containers. So let's name this to backup. There we go. And then here let's use busybox. And for the command, what we're going to do is the following. So here I'm going to say /bin /sh, and then here I'm going to say dash and then C, and let's pass some arguments, so args. And what I want to do is I want to say echo, and then within single quotes, and then performing db backup. And then here let's just simulate that this takes, for example, 20 seconds. So sleep and then 20 seconds. So here, so this job will take 20 seconds, and then it will wait another 20 seconds to terminate the actual job. So you can see that it says it limits the lifetime of a job that has finished execution. So it also says that if this field is set to 0, the job becomes eligible to be deleted immediately after it finishes. So let's just say that, let's just take this and have, for example, 10 seconds in here. So here, and then you can also define the restart policy. So let's just say never, we don't want this to restart. And I'm going to save this. Now let's open up the terminal. And I'm going to say kubectl apply -f and then job, enter, and there we go. Now I'm going to say kubectl get and then pods dash and then w. Have a look. We have this, so db backup and then job in here, and if I press Command C in there, and then I'm going to say kubectl logs and then that, you can see that we have performing db backup. But if I basically quickly press get pods again, you can see that it's completed in here. So this took around 20 seconds to complete, and you saw the logs as well, right? But now if I basically get pods, you should see that it's still here, and you can see again 0 out of 1 containers, so which means that it's not ready, and that's the purpose of the job really. So this will not run again, so this is like a one time, so it just runs once and that's it. So if you want to see the list of jobs, kubectl get and then jobs or job, you can see that we have db backup dash job, one completion, and you can see the duration 22 seconds in here. So also if you want to delete the job, you can do it, but basically it's very straightforward. Next, let's go ahead and learn about cron jobs, which allows us to run a job using cron expressions.